What's up, YouTube family? I'm back at you like I'm mad at you. Back at you like we ain't talking no more. But of course, we got something to talk about real quick, family. And that is basic instructions before leaving Earth. Yeah, the Bible, family. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. They used to say that when I was younger, that's what the Bible stood for. And I'm not putting too much cement on that actual definition of the word Bible, but I'm here to share with you, family, real quick. I want you to understand when we talk about truth and life on this channel and how it has everything to do with your manifestations, your prayers, your desires. I want you to understand where these things derive from, and I'm going to try to put it in synopsis real quick. 1 Corinthians, family, chapter 3 says, no other foundation can be laid other than the one that is already established by the Lord. And we know the Lord to not be who he is, but to be what he is. And that is the truth, the way, and the life, family. The way, the truth, and the life, as is written, which is the truth that leads the way to life. Now, I want you to understand how this is exciting news, family. How this is exciting news to all that you set forth to accomplish, all that you desire, all that you thought about life. And in fact, why it's very important to have to unlearn so many things in order to unravel so many other things that the Most High has in store for us, family. And I'm going to say this in synopsis and let you go, family. And that is, when you talk about, now, first of all, there has been many religions made out of the Bible. Real quick, family, I just want to show you what the great news truly is. This has been many religions and systems and organizations built upon the Bible, what's written in the Bible, rather, right? At least the substance that is written in the Bible. And so you have Israelites, you have Christians, you have Catholics, you have all kind of these different organizations, and even people who don't subscribe to the Lord or Jesus and all that they always referring to the Bible. And I'm going to tell you why. No matter what a person is preaching, they can be preaching Islam, they can be preaching this or that. They could be preaching alchemy. They could be preaching, you know what I'm saying, metaphysics. And they're going to always keep referring to the Bible. Guess why, family? Because the basic truth that the Bible is really telling you is conveying what is being conveyed in those scriptures. And who the Lord and what the Lord is that this is telling you that the world that you was born into, family, the system that you was born into is, one, not all there is to life, but it's fabricated in some ways that you have been deceived, that you have been lied to about what God is and what's possible in life and all of these things. The fact of the matter is, the Lord came that you may have life and that life more abundantly. The Creator, the Most High Creator, is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. The Lord is many but one who had come, many but one. Pay attention that I said that for a reason, because it's a body, but of one, who had come in the form and reflection of this truth, so that truth may be spread upon the earth, and the souls of mankind shall know the truth, and the truth shall not only set them free, but lavish life upon them abundantly, family. This is in all that getting, in your desires, in your prayers, listen, in your building, in your relationships, whatever it is. He wants life to continue to sprout out of life, out of life, out of life. In this world is set on, what happened is a system that has been created, right? And we were born into this system, and a cap and ceilings have been put on our aptitude, our potential, right? All that is possible, because it seeks to control or keep us in this box, right? It seeks to control and keeps us in a program that works for it, right? And so the book of the Bible is not a religion, family. I'm here to tell you that I have nothing against Christianity. I have nothing against, I do believe I'm a light, right? but I'm a real light, right? Like the Israelites. But at the same time, I have nothing against nobody's religion, a specific organization or way of life that they call from the scriptures. But I'm here to tell you that many of these programs and these organizations and groups of people have been led into a system that works for the system, right? They have been led into the system by way of limited understanding of the scriptures. And so really, this is the reason why they have, churches everywhere, and they have this, they'll let you get on YouTube and talk about racism. They don't care about none of that, because if it works for them, right, works for the system that specializes in divide and conquer, right, and gang banging and all that, they'll let you do it. But the real truth, family, the real truth is there is no ceiling on what the Most High and what life has to offer you, and that is according to your belief. That has everything to do with your belief, family. You hear what I'm saying? And what the scriptures is telling you, what the Lord said, I am the way, the truth, and life. It wasn't about who he was. It's about what he is. He's here to tell you, look, man, you've been lied to about what this is all about, what you can do, what you are, and all of that. And they keeping you in a box in the world because they want to keep their system going. So what am I saying about when I mention the other religions that's called that's been produced from out, the scriptures? Because many organizations and groups of organizations have created boxes inside of the big box and said, this is it right here. This is all there is to it. This is the only way it goes. When the whole time you can look around the world and you can see that everything that, like, for people to say this is not possible for you, that's not possible. If you don't do it this way, it ain't gonna work. You can look around the world and see that that's not true. You can look around and find evidence that it's not true, but instead you'll be told that, well, the devil blesses people too. And to some extent, that is so, right? But you must realize even that's another story. That's another video as far as who the devil is and all of that, and what the devil is and where he is. Because I told you, God is in you. So if the Most High is in you, then where you think Satan is, according to the story of Job, Satan was going to and from, and he ran into God, right? Because he also enters your mind, family. He also enters your thought process, your energy fields. But that's another video, family. What I'm here to tell you is the great, good and great news is that you can have all that you want and desire according to your belief. I made a video not long ago. I mentioned, I said the Manchurian soldier, pardon me, family, it's centurion soldier, right? And Jesus told him, go thy way. Hear me clearly, family. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Your way. This is what life is. The Most High wants to see life sprout out of life. In other words, he wants to see more things being created out of creation, right? He wants to see more of life happening in the earth. You know what I'm saying? More of life blossoming, right? He wants that unique you, because you made so uniquely, you so peculiar and uniquely made. It's something planted in you that he wants to see spring forth. But if we're restricted and constricted by the boundaries and limits and limited beliefs of the world, then we'll continue on the program and do nothing different, right? If you plant, in other words, if you plant 3 different seeds, family, you plant an apple seed, a banana seed, and a peach seed, you don't want them all to be apples. You want to see peaches come out of that, bananas out, but see, they got us all producing the same fruit. And life has it that you produce what you were uniquely designed to produce. You see what I'm saying? So this is, I'm going to give it to you and wrap it up for you in a minute. The centurion soldier, family, pardon me if I said Manchurian on the video, a centurion soldier, the one that told the Lord, just give me your word and I'll take that. The Lord told him, go thy way. This is what I'm talking to you on the other side of this camera. He said, go thy way, your way. And as you believe, it shall be done to you. This is what the Lord came to tell y'all, that y'all are being, we are and have been restricted by our belief itself. You see what I'm saying? This is what the book of Ephesians is saying. Now God can do exceedingly abundantly above all that we could even, me and you could even think or ask, according to the power that is at work, wherever, within us. You see what I'm saying? So I wanna expound on this real quick so you can understand where I'm coming from with all the other videos. You know, when I talk about the truth and life, because the truth has it that when he said the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, because you shall not want when you know the truth, right? When you know the truth, you realize, no, I can, you know, the things that people say are impossible, right? You found out impossible spells are impossible. The things that people say you can't do and all this, the Lord came so that you may know that's a lie. You can do it according to, as you believe. It is to you as you believe it. That's what it says. And that is true. I know this for a fact. It is to you as you believe it. This is what he's coming to tell you, family. This is what the Lord, now, mind you, you got apostles and different scriptures in the Bible. There's testimonies of apostles and prophets and so forth. The Lord, right, is his name because he's a shepherd, right? Is a light that leads us, leads the way, right? Because truth leads the way to life. That's what it means, truth, way, and the life. The Lord came to tell you, listen, if you do things in my name, if you do things, mind you, family, when we talk about the name, people get caught up in a person, in this who, this Jesus as in who, and I got nothing against that. But it's in the what, family. Name is not what we think it is. Name has to do with what a thing is. In this world, we think a name is who somebody is. So when it said believe in the name, you caught up in, whether you should say Jesus and this and that, you know, I personally call him Yahshua, right? Because that's one of the more original Hebrew names, translations to the name, right? But I ain't against Jesus neither, because I know that it's about what it is, and I know what it means to me in my life. So I don't get caught up in the name change. The scriptures already speak about he's gonna have a new name at a certain point. Why is that? Why would he have a new name, family? Think about that. When you think about who the Lord is in his body, right? Talks about him having King of Kings, Lord of Lords, marked on his thigh, on his right thigh, right? And that he would reveal his new name. Think about that, family. So I just want to share with you that the Bible is a basic fundamental book that's doing this, family. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Out of all the things in the world, all the different stuff that's going on, the different religions, organizations, and systems thereof, the Bible is saying, look, this is the basic foundation of it right here. Out of all that you're going to discover when you go out there, out of all that you're going to discover that's out here, I am the truth. What does it talk about? I am the truth. I'm here to reveal and lavish truth upon you concerning it all. I'm here to let you know you're going to go out there and you're going to be told this, you're going to be told that, you're going to learn this, you're going to learn that. But I'm here to tell you that life is an abundant thing. And this continuous blossoming dynamic. It's a continuing blossoming phenomenon. You see what I'm saying? You're going to go out there and they're going to put ceilings on your belief. They're going to put ceilings on your faith. They're going to put ceilings on your goals, because you're going to be told this is what it is, right? You're going to be told it is what it is. You're going to be told, you know, you can only go so far. But the Lord had come so that you may know that's a lie. Lie detector determines, what it say? The lie detector test determines that's a lie. You hear me? And so what does the scripture say? He said, go thy way, and as you had believed. He didn't say your faith, because it's a thin line, family, between faith and your mere belief. Remember, we discussed this. See, faith has to do with confidence and hope and being a substance of, and confidence and being in the knowing, right? Because it really boils down to being confident, to know is to be confident. Because remember, the Most High is in the knowing, knowledge, know the ledge. Remember, we talked about this. You hadn't understood what I'm talking about so far, go watch the other videos. But belief, family, It has to do with you even believing something is true. It has to do with you even being open to something even being real. That's what belief is. Doctrine has to do with the meaning of what you believe, right? So if you read something, right, Bible talk about false doctrines. See, that's why it's telling you all about all these false doctrines in the Bible, because it has to do with what you believe. That's the first thing the serpent got a hold of Eve in the garden. A lot of people miss this part, but the first thing he tackled was her doctrine, right? He couldn't take away what she had already heard the Most High say, right? So he said, he didn't necessarily mean that, right? Because they was like, no, we God said we can't eat from this tree. We can't mess with this tree. You see what I'm saying? And we'll die if we do that. And so he went after her doctrine, and he said, not necessarily. He didn't necessarily say, it didn't necessarily mean you're going to die right away, or it don't necessarily mean you're going to die like that. He went after, so many of us are reading the same things, but it's beyond the Bible, right? We're talking about different things we're reading just in life perspectives, right? We're reading all the time, right? We're studying all the time by not only different books and audios and so forth, but just with our eyes, right? With our mental eye, we are reading. But overall, what we think a thing means, right? What we think something means has everything to do with the doctrine. And so with the Lord came, the Lord it's not about who he is. Again, the name has to do with what you are. This is why, again, he calls a thing by what it is in the Bible. He taught Adam to do the same thing. We talked about this. He said, go name all the cattle and beasts after their own kind, because he calls a thing by that's what a name is. When you got a name in the hood, growing up in the hood, you got a name. It wasn't just merely like a cute. It wasn't merely to be designed for it to be something that was cute and matching your look. It had to do with what you represented, right? So if somebody's name was Glock, it meant he kept that thing on him all the time. See what I'm saying? So in the same sense, I'm sharing with you, family, that in the same way, when you talk about the name of God, the name of the Lord, it had to do with what it is. And this is what he wants you to know, that don't get caught up in as far as whether your beliefs are true. Whether this book is true or this religion is true or nothing like that. God is saying, the Most High is saying, what is true to you? The Lord has come in reflection of the truth and saying that he came from the God of truth, right? Because he always spoke about his Father, right? The author and finisher of your faith. And that I came so y'all may know the truth, because you're in the dark. And that darkness is creating death, producing death. It's producing, what do you say? The blind lead the blind to a ditch. Wow, you can't see. Well, you're blind, right? Meaning it's dark. So why? Because, you following the rest of the blind, when all the time Creator's saying, look, you talk that unique stuff in your posts and all that, in your social media posts, but you really don't realize how unique you truly are. Something very unique is willing to grow from you, to grow out of you. But you have to be willing to unravel it. And only how you can even know it exists, that is in there, that you have unlimited potential beyond what you can even think or imagine, again, according to the scriptures, is to know the truth. See what I'm saying? So he said, go ahead, go that way as you believe it. He didn't just say faith. That was my point, because it's a difference. He said, as you believe it. And that's what you really have to know, family. This thing that the Christ has come, when it comes, think about all that's been going on in the world, family. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? You got to look at and know a lot of it. It's a church on every corner. It's everything. This stuff is the reason why it's a cap on it and what you're getting from it, right? The reason why it's a cap on what you seeing happening in what the things that you're seeing, just the cycle, rather, the cycles that you're seeing, right? You're not really seeing real healing with nobody's hands. There's certain stuff you're not really seeing because people are really limited in what they know that Bible is even not only saying, but what they choose to believe about life altogether because of that, because of false doctrines. So I'm just here to tell you the nutshell that the Bible, family, it's again just remember, because it came initially from some scrolls long ago. The Bible is sharing with you that, one, this is some basic instruction, basic directions to let you know that there's more to life than you're going to be told out there in the world. That there's more to what you think the truth is about life in the world. The world and life is two different things. The world, the earth, and life is two different things, family. See what I'm saying? And so, just like faith and belief is two different things, family. He's telling you to be mindful of what you believe, because that's where your ultimate power is. You literally can create. You have to understand. I told y'all, family, I literally woke up one night, I had aliens in my room. I know some of y'all probably gonna feel a certain way about that, but it happened. Why? Because I really went to sleep believing it real heavy one night. This is back when I was in the tunnel, family. This is when I was in the rabbit hole years ago. You know what I'm saying? I had a little moment, you know what I'm saying, like an experience where I had to get up and, you know what I'm saying, I had called my sisters to pray for me. They wasn't really trying to hurt me or nothing though, but I was watching a lot of the stuff back then, you know what I'm saying, looking into a lot of stuff. I was in the rabbit hole, family, you know what I'm saying, back in my beginning of my journey years ago. And I was watching some alien stuff on TV before I went to sleep. I mean, I went to sleep with it on, you know, it was about aliens and all that. And I literally had an alien experience in the room. Because your belief is what I'm telling you can produce, it can literally morph. I mean, it can literally open doors, fam. This is what the scriptures say: knocking the door shall be open. See, every when they say seeking you shall find, asking you shall be given, knocking the door shall be open. You better realize that knocking the door shall be open part, yeah, it's talking about opening doors to worlds and or experiences and realities and so forth that you have no clue about, that you probably only see on TV and think only lives on the TV or something like. No, you knocking that door open. You'll open some doors up. Why you think there's people out here dealing with all kind of weird stuff? But it has to do with their belief, what they've been exposed to. Because remember, family, frequency deals with a state of awareness. So one of the tricks of the opposition, right, when we talk about the devil and so forth, it has to do with drawing you into a state of awareness. You could go into a certain state of awareness and you could open doors. You start believing and feeding into some things. Your belief, family, listen what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you that your belief itself is like a key that can open doors that some of which you might don't want to be open. Use them for the doors that you want to see open. But this is what Christ came to share, family. Christ came to share with you that I am the truth, the way, and the life. This is not about who he was, about what he says, because his spirit of truth is real. It's real. It said about Christ rose on the third day. A day is like 1,000, 1,000 is like a day to God. This happens every 360, family. Ain't no 400 years. No 400 years. Every 360, family. Know what I'm told you. Know what I'm telling you, man. Every 360, it happens. The people call it the awakening, the season of Aquarius seed and all that. The Lord rises on the third day. See what I'm saying? And this is how a lot of our trees, that like the weather affected trees, this spirit literally comes down upon men. And it comes from on high. On the souls to connect with the souls of mankind, fam. This ain't no joke. But I'm telling you, when you understand the unlimited, that's why when you go look at the hieroglyphics and all that, and you look at, you know what I'm saying, you notice each one of those people, like creatures, they had like animal heads sometime and all that, because again, your name is not about who you are, it's about what you are, family. This is why you got some people, you ever heard in the religious form, sometimes they say Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nisi, these things dealing with, he's a provider, he's a protector, it has to do what he is, right? There's another scripture that talks about, what I just had, I've been holding it right here in my hand. Matthew 9:29, he says, according to your faith, your trust and confidence in my power and my ability to heal, it will be done to you. So it has a lot to do with what you believe it has a lot to do with your belief, family, and what you believe is possible, what you believe in the Lord for. And the truth is the Lord, family. The truth is the light. The light is the truth. And I'm going to tell you, like John 1:1, it said, beginning was the word was with God, and the word was God, with God. I'm going to tell it to you like this. In the beginning was the truth. The truth was with God. The truth was God, and it was with God in the beginning. Why? Because who would have the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God, but the Most High? Think about it. Who would have the whole organic truth? The unblemished, untouched, organic truth in the very beginning. So, and know and have it in whole, not in partial or partiality. See what I'm saying? The truth was with God. And think about that. The truth was with him in the beginning. And he sent back his spirit of truth. Why? Because he said, I'm going to send my spirit back to help y'all because y'all in the dark and my people perish for the lack of knowing what? The lack of knowledge, right? Knowing the ledge, the lack of knowing the truth. So I'm going to send my spirit back to help. And what it does, it comes back every 3 days, don't it? So anyway, that's another, I don't want to drift too far with that. I'm trying to share with you, family, that the great news is that just like those superheroes and some of those movies that seem a little extra puffed up, like, they got all these different powers and some of them have bionic abilities and all that. I'm telling you, the Lord wants you to know you are capable of such. Now, you might be thinking like, we can't fly now, Maze. You know what I'm saying? I hear you, but we ain't jump. Hey, listen, man. It is very relative to flying, family. It might not be physically, but you can fly, homie. This was R. Kelly. That's why they got I'm going to keep that out, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You damn near can fly. And I'm just saying, and not necessarily, I'm saying you conceptualize this to whatever you're trying to build in life. Conceptualize this to whatever you're praying for. Conceptualize this and extrapolate this to whatever you are working on in life, whatever you desire. You have to unlearn a lot of the bull crap and realize that the truth will set you free, and it's true. And he who the Son sets free is free indeed, family. And so the Bible is a basic form. You have to look. What I'm trying to say before I let you go is, because I speak about this a lot in the videos, and I wanted to put some clarity on it. The Bible is telling you, look, man. I'm telling you, this is the Lord. Bible, everybody know the Bible revolves around Jesus, right, and all that, the Lord and so forth. And what he pretty much coming to say is, look, man, he came turning over tables, challenging the leaders, the religious leaders of the system, right, and all that. Because we'll do other videos about what the beast is and all that type of stuff. It's simple, family. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody in the world have been imitating that beastality. And that's all about just capitalizing off, taking advantage and taking and ripping people off. And you know what I'm saying? That's why everybody gang banging. Even religious people gang banging. You know what I'm saying? Politicians gang banging. Everybody doing it because they all, you know what I'm saying, it's the fruit of the beast. But anyway, I'm trying to tell you, family, that the Most High is way bigger than any book, for one, that we can find on this earth. But what was in the book is basic. It's not saying this is a religion. That's why, if you notice, I'm not against Christianity. I'm for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with that. I just know when it comes to what the truth is, most people have created religions of their own. They don't even, and I'm not talking about just Christians or nothing like. I'm saying people are creating their own religions they're using the book, but it ain't really what the book is talking about. You know what I'm saying? Type thing. So all I'm telling y'all is, man, and we're gonna go video for video. Like, I really start getting to this, you know what I'm saying, at a certain point, because I want to empower you and also contribute to your faith. I want to contribute to your faith and all that you desire to accomplish in this world, because the Bible is what the Bible is really saying. That's what the Lord is clearly saying. You know what I'm saying? That this is, man. He's saying, look, man, like, it's when they talk about the garden, starting out with the garden and all of that, and you know what I'm saying? Remember I told y'all, when he went at Eve, he went after doctrine. And that's what most of us is dealing with. We're dealing with what we believe even is true. In on a basic level, like we're dealing with false doctrine, meaning our false beliefs and so forth. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing you went after. Well, it didn't really mean that's what he told her. in the garden. Oh, he ain't necessarily mean it like that, because that's what he went after. Your doctrine, what you believe something means. What you believe your experiences means. What you believe, what you seeing around the world, like what you believe that means. What you believe your mama told, your daddy told, what you believe their experiences meant. Right? What you believe this all means. He's saying, like, listen, your eyes playing tricks on you. Remember that movie Jeepers Creepers? Where'd you get those eyes? You know what I'm saying? Christ came to take you beyond your physical eyes. He said, put on the mind of Christ so that you can now see things with your mental eye, Ions. That's why we the Ions over here. Because we experiment in a different kind of way. You know, some mere scientists, they experiment with their physical eyes. But as scientists, we experiment with our mental and spiritual eyes, family. See what I'm saying? We the Ions, family. So all I'm telling you is, man, is the great news is, so you can understand the rest of the videos, so you can understand, like, when they just seem like mere encouraging videos, what I'm trying to tell y'all is, hey, the Most High is saying, listen, man, you can, man, you understood, if you really understood, you know what I'm saying, the heights that I have for you in life, that I offer you is in life, in that life more abundantly. You have to realize the Bible has been taken and so many things been created from it that it's not even the Bible, that the Lord's in there, and then the Bible is speaking on you knowing the truth. When you go out here in this world, first thing it started with at the tree, at the garden, is telling you first thing you're going to be manipulated as far as your belief system. When I say doctrine, I'm not even just talking about religious stuff. Just it deals with your belief, what things mean. You see what I'm saying? And when you understand these things, you will understand that, you know, he's pretty much going through the Bible, sharing his testimonies that's been put in there from other apostles and so forth, and talking about their relationships with the Most High and his power and with the truth and so forth. And it's pretty much letting you know, like, look, you know what I mean? You're going to encounter a lot of things. You're going to see a lot of things, but I'm here to tell you that it's a lot of deception out there. It's a lot of lies. It's going to be ceilings put on your faith. That's why it's big on faith, because it's constantly trying to get you to build your faith and to have extraordinary faith, so that you can realize you can create extraordinarily, that you can, what is possible is extraordinary. It wants you to, that's why it's talking about your faith a lot in the Bible, because it's about the heights of what is possible, the amplitude of what is possible in life. Not merely in the world, because remember, the world wants to keep you in a cap. Everything is to keep you, put a ceiling over you. But life abundantly is like constant blossoming. It's a constant blossoming phenomenon. It's a constant blossoming dynamic. That's what life is. And that's what the Most High wants and desires. And that's why anything you want, he wants to get you to it. But don't think that there is no governance. It is a true spiritual thing. It is a true governance in this establishment, because this is the Most High established this thing, and it will give you back the negative, nefarious, mischievous things that you intend also. And it works through us and around us. But the great news is that, you know, just to put some clarity on the fundamentals of the Bible, family, it's a fundamental thing. What the Bible is conveying, very fundamental. It's deep, though. Don't get me wrong. It's rich and heavy, what you can call from the Bible, but it's fundamental to what's out there and what life has to offer. You know, and a big part of it is telling you all the things that's possible for you to accomplish, your abundance, your blessings, right? And then it's another part of it that's like on the defense to protect you, because you got to protect your blessings. So that's why it's a lot of things in there talking about your spirits, your demons and spirits. And we can get on that, speak on those topics later. But that's why, because, obviously you give a child something, you want to also protect them. You know what I'm saying? You want them to also be protected, right? If you gave your child millions of dollars, or abundance in our case, you want them to also be able to protect that abundance and those blessings. You see what I'm saying? The Most High is bigger than just having things, but the Most High is trying to tell you, like, this thing is like some of the stuff you saw in the movie. That's that Bible with Christ is really, see, it had been manipulated and turned into this person. Everybody thinking about a person and the who, when even Christ himself said it was the what. And then he even said clearly in another scripture, I am that I am, not who. And so the truth is, family, abundance really is you are really tied to abundance. You are really tied to all that you desire. You are really tied to so much more that you can even imagine. Ephesians 4:20, that you can't even think or imagine. You are tied to that. And you're gonna go out here and you're gonna the world and its systems is gonna try to put caps on you, because a system is something that is systematically designed to keep functioning in that systematic way. And Christ came to pull a cap off of it. To the next video, peace, positivity, optimism, power, and abundance. Water.